Hey everybody, today we're going to be learning how to make an origami rose, and I have a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper here. You can use any kind of paper that you like as long as it's in a square. I'm going to show you some pictures of some ones that I've done, and they're mostly made out of magazines which have a lot of colors and look really nice. So I'm going to pop those pictures in right here. They're actually pretty easy to make once you get the hang of it. I'll go ahead and tell you that you're going to have to pause this video a lot. Just for time's sake, I'm going to have to skip forward and you'll just have to pause and catch up. No big deal. Just know that going in that that's perfectly normal to have to pause a lot and figure it out. I've actually already made this video once, and I'm redoing it and adding in some of the comments, some of the suggestions that I was given to make it better. I'm going to be tracing a few of the lines to make them easier to see. And yeah, if you would like to learn how to make my origami rose, just stay tuned. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. If you are using a patterned piece of paper with a print or something on a design, color, whatnot, you want that to be on the bottom side of the piece of paper. Okay, so if you were to have a print, it would be on this side, and we want it to be face down. Okay, so pattern face down, and then when you get finished, that'll actually be the side that is showing all the color. Okay, as you can tell, I've already kind of done some pre-folds here, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through them. So first things first, we're just going to fold it in half. Make sure that you're making really good crisp creases. Okay, and then open it up, and you're going to spin it a quarter of the way. So quarter of the way, and fold it again. Fold it in half. Alrighty? Now open it back up. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold every side to the center line. We're going to fold into it this way, and we're going to fold down from the top to the center. So we're folding the edges into the center, just like that. Okay? Crisp edges. Open it back up. And again, we're going to turn it a quarter of the way, so a quarter turn. And we're going to fold to the center line again. Okay, so fold it in and fold it in. Crisp edges, and then we're going to open it up. Okay, now that we have all these big squares made, at this point we're going to flip it over. So if you have a pattern, you're now looking at your pattern. And we're going to start at the top. You see this crease up here at the top, right there. We're going to be folding up to that line. So starting from the bottom, we're going to fold up to that crease right there. You can see it. So we're going to fold it, make a nice crisp edge, open it up, and we're going to turn it a quarter of the way. And you're going to see some repetitiveness here. So we're going to turn it, and we're going to fold up to this line right there. Okay, so the next step, we're going to do all four sides the same exact way. We're going to take the bottom edge and we're going to fold it up to the first crease. Okay, so maybe I'll draw a line to let you find that first crease, and then you'll be able to find them from here on out. So see the crease right there? Okay, so because we have these big squares around the edge, we're wanting them to be little squares as well. Okay, so we're just going to fold up to that edge. Just like this. Try not to block your camera view. Okay? See that? Up to there. Okay? We're going to open it up, spin a quarter of the way, and fold it again. Okay, now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to start folding in the corners. I'm definitely going to have to draw you some lines for this. Okay, so we're going to start down here. Just pick a corner, doesn't matter which one. And we have got a crease there and a crease there. We're going to fold this corner to right here. So just like so. Okay, we're going to do the next one. Okay, so now we're going to take them and just fold them in half. We're going to fold it from corner to corner. So from flapped over corner to flapped over corner. Just like so. Like a good crisp edge right there. Ignore all the previous lines. Just make a good crisp edge. Open it and turn it. And we're going to do the other side. Fold it in. Good crisp edge. Now we're ready for the next step. And open it up. And we're going to take this edge and we're going to fold it up to that point right there. Okay, and it's pretty simple. I'll just show it to you and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And sometimes it's easier to just do it instead of like say it. So, here, folding that up like that, see? Folding it up just like that. Okay, we're gonna make a good crease down at the bottom. And we're going to do this on all 4 sides, of course. So open it. Oh, that's probably confusing. Okay, open it, turn it a quarter of the way, and do the same thing again. All right, the next step is we're going to actually make the same folds again. But this time we're gonna get into a little more detail. So we've already made the folds, so they're gonna be pretty easy. So remember, we just folded it up like that, okay? But we wanna spin it around to where the little triangular flap is closest to us. And then we're gonna go to the right side, okay? And this is where it gets a little tricky in that I can't really tell you how to do it. You kind of just have to watch. Okay, so let's see if we can work this out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and draw these 2 lines so you know exactly where I'm at. Okay, so we have a line, this is a fold right here and right there, okay, with its point right there. Alrighty, can everyone see that? Right there and right there. Kind of let y'all look at it so you know where we are, because I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so here we are, and what's actually going to happen is we're going to end up with a crease right here, okay? And to get that crease, this is what we're going to do. And I'm just going to have to show you, and you're just going to have to, I guess, watch, because I don't know how to speak it to you. Okay, so I'm kind of just putting my finger here, putting my thumb up under here to lift this, you know, lift it away from the other piece underneath. And we're going to end up making the crease right here. So to do that, let you get in here. Can you see that, what I just did? Trying to get away from the glare. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to show you again. See, it's kind of already starting to make the crease. Okay, so finger here, thumb underneath here. We're kind of pushing this in right here. And we're going to make a crease right here, okay? So just kind of push it in and fold it down, okay? So we have this, and we're just going to push it in and fold it down, okay? You kind of have to force it. This is not a crease that's already there. This is a crease that, you know, you've just made, okay? Now, next step, we're still on the same piece. We haven't moved. This is still the same fold and everything. We're going to fold this into that line right there. We'll go ahead and do that. Now you're gonna have to watch. We're gonna open it. We're gonna go up underneath here, okay? And we're gonna, there's a diagonal right here. You see that? We're gonna kind of fold it back. Fold that diagonal back. And did y'all see that? So we folded this in, and then we unfold it. And then we're gonna kind of lift this up. One finger here. The other's on this side, and we're gonna use this diagonal right here to fold this point to that one. Okay? Just like that finger here. With the thumb, fold it just like that. Okay, now at this point, make sure everything is pushed down. We need some crisp edges because these are gonna be really important later, okay? Now I'm going to undo all of this, just like that, to where we're back at this, and we're gonna do the exact same thing again. And okay, now that we finished one of the harder parts of the tutorial, this part's not so bad. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fold the bottom part of the paper up until this line that I've made. And this line is the first crease that you come to from the top of the piece of paper. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've just drawn a line so you can see it. It's just the first little crease. Alrighty. And this is a little different of a fold because we're not actually going to fold across the entire bottom. So what I mean by that is we're going to fold up into this line, okay? And now instead of running our finger across the bottom, we're actually just going to be folding center right here. Now I'm going to draw you some lines so you can see. I'll zoom in. Okay, so this is the bottom. Now there is a triangle right in the center. It actually looks like that. Those are the crease marks, okay? See that? Then zoom back out so you can see. And those are gonna be the only, that right here is the only part you're gonna crease, okay? Zoom back in, right there. Okay, so you're gonna push down right there and crease it. Okay? So we've got our line at the top. I'm just going to kind of run our finger down the center and only crease in between those lines. Okay? And then we're going to do this for all four sides. Actually done has made a square on the inside. Let's see, I'll just zoom in on it. That square right there. That's what it's made. Okay? So if you got that, you've done good. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so just to make sure you're still on the side with the flaps. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pick it up, okay, and we're going to be folding it like this, but we're not going all the way across because that would be too easy at this point, right? So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw this square. And so, you know, we've made this square. That's the last step we just did. I'm going to draw it in, okay, because we are not going to crease, or we're not going to fold inside of that square, okay? Okay, so what I mean by that is we're gonna start creasing until we get to there, okay? And then we're going to crease the other side. Basically, we're folding it, but we're not going in there. I'm just going to stop right there. Okay? And we're going to do the other side too. Just like this. Okay? We're not. Okay. Hopefully y'all got that. See what it's done? See? Now we're going, I'm just going to show you this because I'm not exactly sure how to say it. Okay, so we just made these little things and we're going to come to the center here. Okay, and we're going to just push it in, and what we're going to end up making is like a little mouth. See that? See, we had that. We're just going to come in, push down on the center so it makes a mouth. Okay? See that? Doo-doo-doo. Now, we're going to fold, we'll just do it like that. We'll fold it, okay. Fold it that way. See, it was, look, I'm just going to show you. This is, just watch. You'll get it. Alright, so we got that. And just like that. Okay, so we have that on one side. You flip it over and you have one on the other side. Zoom in. Now we're just going to fold this little mouth we've made. We're just going to fold this side down this way. Flip it over. And fold this side down. Just like so. Okay. So when you open it up, you have that. See? Okay, so this next part is, I would say, a little difficult. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to try and draw some lines to help you. Okay, so we're in the center here, and see we have this flap here, okay? And then what the lines I want you to realize is this one, okay? So we have, that's, you know, the edge of the paper right there. Go see. And then we have this line right here. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a fold from this corner, okay? And we're just going to go straight across. Like that. Does that make sense? We're like cutting this corner off right here basically. Okay, so we're just going to go from here to there. Now to do that, we're just going to go up underneath. Let's back out. We're going to go up underneath because we don't, okay? We've got our, look, I'm going to show you. Our fingers are underneath here. Poking up on it right there. Okay? And so we're just going to cut. Let me just zoom in. We're going to cut that corner off, just like that. And so the only thing we're pinching down is that line I've made. And once you get good at these, you're not going to have to make any lines on your paper, because they probably will show up in the end. Alrighty? So I'm just going to show you again. I'm not really going to talk you through it because I don't know what else to say. But I will show you again on this one. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over. And this is when it's going to start kind of looking like a rose. You're going to be like, oh, finally, it looks like a rose. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of push down on this in the back. We're like pushing, you know, up like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start working these down. Now they're going in this direction. You can see they're all flapping this direction. So we're just kind of working them down. Now it'll be easier to work them down depending on what kind of paper you have, but because mine's scrapping paper, it's really tough. Okay, So we're going to be looking for some folds that we've made earlier, okay? Now, I will draw what they're supposed to look like. So it's this thing that looks like this. Has all these lines right here, okay? It looks like that. And remember, we made this earlier. Remember that? So I'm going to draw these a little darker. So when you find this, okay, you're going to, you see that? You're going to like make that again. You see? When you find it, pull it over and make that little flap again. Okay? And then we're going to like push it back. See how it makes that? I'm going to do this a couple more times, and I'll even draw the line so you can, you know, see it. But see that? Okay. So we're just going to go around and find the next one. Okay, so here's another one that I found right here. Okay, see it? I have that line, that line, that line. We're going to fold it back, just like that. And then we're just going to do that. And then just kind of fold it back in. Okay, and we're going to go around. And this is one we just did. I actually let it come out. Okay, so that means there's going to be another one right here to pop it out. Okay, you have to pop some of these. Okay, so it's right here. Oh. Okay. Now I'll show you what it looks like when, as you go around. You have all these things that we've just made. Okay. Next, we're going to turn it over to the side, and we're going to start making, I call them legs. Who knows what they're really called? Okay, so find one of these and look at it just like that. One of these things, okay? So you know where you are. And we're going to fold this point to this point. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to make a crease right there, okay? We're just going to fold it up. Now, just so like that. So it's kind of making this little pocket right here. Like that, okay? And now, just watch this part. You see what I just did? Now we're just going to spin and do it again, okay? So there's another one right there. See how they're kind of overlapping each other? So there's one right there, okay? So here's this part, and we're just going to make our crease right there by folding this up. So we got that little pocket right there. Smooth it out. Make us a leg. Ooh, that one was tough. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one. We're just going to do it again. Zoom out a little bit now that you've seen it up close. Okay. Now that we've made our feet, we're going to flip it over. And we're going to start tucking our feet in. Okay, so just go to one, like that one right there. and we're just gonna push it down. See where this thing is? We're gonna bend it right past. So we have this little flap here. We're bending it on its edge right there. Okay. We're gonna fold it in, spin it a quarter of the way, and do the same thing. So here's its edge right there. We're just gonna fold it in. And keep going around, folding them in. And you'll see they'll actually, you tuck them underneath each other. Tuck it under. That's what it makes. Now, turn it over and it's really gonna look like a rose. Okay, so here's the fun part. This part's not hard. Basically, we're just gonna kind of shape it and make it look like what we want it to. Okay, so we have these things on the side. Let's see. We'll start with this one. Okay, these little flaps. Just start undoing these flaps. Just fold it out. Just like that, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start taking all of them and working them, making them loose, like this. And then we're gonna go on the inside and start really working them around. And getting them in a circular, because this scrapping paper is just so hard. This is not the easiest paper to work with, but it's the best thing to show y'all with. Okay, so basically we're just shaping it, pulling all the, what does that look like? So yay! Thumbs up if you, if you did it right. What is on my, I have marker on my thumb. Thumbs up. Ta-da! Ah. Yay! Who all did it? Tell me in the comments below if you did it. And if you have any suggestions of how to make this better, I can always do it again. Third time's the charm, right? Any suggestions, just leave them in the comment box below. And yeah.